Hello. It's gonna be a time, man. Dude, I got hit with an overwhelming feeling shortly ago. Like, looking at the matchup planner. So much of the last few months for me mentally has just been, set 25 is what it is. You just gotta get through it. We'll pick back up where we left off, because where we left off was pretty fucking cool. I'm like looking at the matchup planner right now, and 4 months ago, I said like, all right, we just gotta, we'll be back. It's like, brother, I don't think that world exists anymore. I think it's an injection of 6 teams has just thrown all of the scales out of whack. Like, I don't know if cheeses are actually cheesing anymore. Part of it's like the new era teams are like serving as distraction. So like I will caveat that maybe this thought is just like, I mean, partly lifted by like, DVD Cron. Once DVD Cron expires, that team will not be good on defense. Stuff like that. But I don't know, man. There is just so many goddamn teams down. Do we ever actually go back to a point where people are just posting fucking CLS and all that? And plus, we are starting to reach a point where I'm having the thought of just like, is Saw Gerrera like unusable now? I mean, unusable insofar as sure, you can post about defense, I guess. I'm not like gonna pretend that that's some real shit if it's not some real shit, but yeah, I'm just like, I just feel lost right now, man. I was so of a single mind to just like, just tank it, just get through it. Plus, I fought. I only had one real match last week, so it's just like, brother, what? Where am I? Who the fuck am I? Like, we're in like 2 bubble metas, and one bubble is about to end, but I still have 0 practice for the second bubble, so today might be bumpy. We will see what happens. But yeah, let's get to it. Definitely potential for drops, so time is not of the essence, but let's not waste it. Here we are. Defense did plenty of work. Coming to week 2, did a fair amount of mod cleanup from week 1. Although I did just have a thought. Depending on how this match goes, I think I might have the solve for LV versus Stranger Maul. But we don't technically have it for this week. Because I just realized, so I talked about this a little bit before. I think what I originally said was, if you don't oppo AoE, you might just be fine as long as Starkiller gets to dispel before DCT goes. The problem is, even if you don't AoE, Maul is still going to AoE Terminator before, right? So we have to go deeper than that. I think you have to tank your speeds. Both oppo, DCT has to go before oppo, and like everyone else is lumped into that statement. DCT has to go before oppo, and both of them have to go after Starkiller, but before Maul. Like, if you can thread that needle, I think at minimum we can get Order 66 on Starkiller, and Starkiller will, I would imagine the Starkiller will explode from 1,000,000 true damage. Alright, let's get to it. So we don't have that. We don't have the weird speed clocking for this week. That is going to be in the weird shit. That's going to be. We have to understand relative speeds for people's Star Killers and Maul, and try to like thread that needle with the speed preload and dramatic entrance and all that shit. Alright, shall we do a tone setter? I did improve their mods. Let's try Stormtrooper. So I see this going one of two ways. Also, we have a more correct Datacron this time. So we have way more survivability. My mods are better. My Datacron is better. There is still a world where they could just like AoE control us to oblivion, right? So there's a couple of facets going on here. We will see how this feels, but let's just knock this out of the way because we know this fight's going to happen anyway, so a tone setter for the match. Alright, do we bother spending the dispel right now? Do we need to? I mean, get rid of the tenacity, yeah, but kind of who cares, I guess. Kind of the same thing. Let's save the cleanses for something scarier to happen. Such as that. That's a good example. Yeah, I'll fix the crap out of it. The fucking game update resized my window. Because it reset all my settings. Just keep shooting. We're getting there. Alright. Themes chill. Yeah. Just a mod diff, just a bulk diff. This feels like how I imagined it would feel. That's not ideal. Fortunately, his tantrum appears to ignore taunt. The man cannot use his own death mark on defense. Yeah, I hate to see that kind of thing happen. Alright, I would like to start pressing the funny button again. It's time for stream to start. Consider yourselves notified. That man just did a 2 damage. The actual Roman numeral 2. We appear to be at a bit of an impasse. Alright, we do have free access, actually. Oh, wait, no, we don't. 2 back-to-back, if you insist. All right. It's on the question of Storm, yes or no. Probably no, unless it turns out that Storm was just like carrying us on bulk there, but I doubt it. I think Moz will crawl and get us far enough. We just bring someone like Death Trooper, maybe Night Trooper to get us across the finish line, and that'll be fun. Simple enough fix. Cabion, thank you for the 61 months. Thank you, sir. Alright. As far as the tone setter goes, we're learning. Loki. Brother, not now. Loki. Los. What are you doing? Come here. Loki. You cannot have coffee. Come here. You are not being sneaky. Here, go to sleep. Was an LST on OG record bad choice? He's usable, but I don't. There's never really much reason to reach for him. Like, I played with OG Bad Batch. That's good. Thank you for the 35 months. I played with OG Bad Batch. You know, we got Fugitive Omega first, and so the rest of the Bad Batch just didn't exist yet. So, yeah, I used them, and, like, that's still a decent foundation. I would say that, so you can go double wrecker, which I don't think there's really a team hasn't really existed that felt like it warrants a double wrecker yet. Because basically the idea is Wrecker 2 shares his passive with everybody, and Wrecker 1 has his double bulk passive, so you could effectively run 2 Wreckers to get a super Wrecker that just has like double bulk plus all the benefits of Wrecker 2. So, except for the Merc passive, right? The stacking defense 1 crit. But slight exception, I don't have any LSDMs. We could go attacker protection, but that's really not ideal here. We do not have any health LSDMs, I suppose. How about on the blue spot? Not as bulky as I would hope. Protection Crown might not be enough for this sort of affair. Either for LV requiring a Marauder? I mean, that's more progressional. My answers are more focused on competitive usage. Okay, is support more survivability here? I mean, support with no... dude. Ever just go this route? They technically go before us, right? Maybe this is the correct route. So this worked last time, but it was a little bit spicy that if the takeaway this week was, hey, like, my mods on them aren't that great anymore. They're like pretty debudgeted. Right, we're basically working with 0 armor. Like speed, primaries. Their mods are pretty ass. So like if it turns out, hey, they could just like out aggro you a little bit, that wouldn't shock me. we will adjust appropriately. But I think they outspeed us because I think that it's a 45% TM preload. So I don't think we need to go LSTM. Let's just go bulk to try to make up for mod weaknesses. See how this feels. Yeah, that pretty immediately feels worthwhile. That helps a lot. Yep, still feeling pretty good about that. Still feels like the correct choice. I gotta say, feeling pretty confident in that respect. Eyes on Rose Dots. Really want to make sure she does not bleed out. I think we're through the woods. I do not remember this happening last time. What is happening here? It's the same FTC. Hello? I mean, obviously it's Vandal Revised, but where is the Bulwark coming from? Oh, whatever. Anyway. Proceed back to plan A. Yeah, 100% the correct Karan choice. Whether or not I had that in the budget to spare, I don't know. But we shall see, I guess. Do not post Wookiees on defense. They're a pretty cool team, but not on defense, unless you enjoy dying to the exact same things that you died to before. That man spent 3 yard tons to die to Zori. Disafortunado. Alright, this is Ray Cal. So if there's a start, or if there's a... What the fuck do we even call that team? Stranger Maul? Starkiller? Stranger? I'm just gonna call it Stranger. So if there's a Stranger team, they will not have Cal. I assume that means Visas. No Barris showing. I mean, it could just be Barris. Oh, but that's Jedi. Visas and Barris. The fabled double healer. So Ahsoka won't have Ezra, so that frees up C-Bane. After showing, do we just see her here? No, we technically should not. Let's wait. My Bad Batch got JML last week. I assume we will just do the same in return. Not fun or interesting, but the reality of Bad Batch on defense. I don't know why I left them on defense. Mine definitely should not still be on defense. I mean, we're also stuck in a weird situation where we're holding Afra now. She's no longer on defense, but I don't really have any consideration for where to use her. Do we see any immediately? I mean, this could maybe be it, but I don't know. Does the post stop Afra? I don't know if I want to find out. Did it make a really good counter in a new batch? That's not something I'm interested in trying. S27 is pretty fucking brain dead. Mace is a team that is not exactly coming from a position of power on most good days. It's like what? Maybe so Crosshair is weakest right now for a lot of people's teams if they want to fight Strangers. So if they happen to have remodded Crosshair to be weakest, then I guess you could technically get a Temple Guard handcuff on them. That is a true statement. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think Bad Batch is a much more powerful team than Mace, and while Mace definitely might work here, I don't know if he works against the 27. Therefore, I'm alright. I'm gonna pass on that. What are we doing here? I just spent Zori, so unfortunately I cannot Zori this. What did I put on the matchup planner? That would be a good start. I didn't put anything on the matchup planner. Hell yeah. Like, we have Afro, we have Wookiees. There's too many fucking teams, man. What, like, where, why, how, what are we doing? Why are we doing? Mankind was never meant to hold this many teams in their head. We're only bounty hunters, dude. Like, what are we doing? I also have Datacron. Like, bounty hunter Boba against this shit. I mean, this is just plus 55 speed, right? And they get speed on the Omicron. So it's like decently fast, but it's not fast enough to get before LSTM. But then I just spend our only LSTM. I have Bo-Katan, maybe? Balin, certainly a maybe. The moment Healer Kron grows away, we're definitely trying Balin on that Rey Ezra style setup. Nah, I think we still just work our way through the ones we know. God, the fact that he's a Jedi does basically nothing, but cute. Can we get through this without Callum preserve JKR against Ahsoka if she shows up? I don't know if I love the sound of that. What are people using against mine last week? I assume they just want a whole hog. They didn't try to. My Bad Batch squad lost to. Well, they were at Basel. That was like kind of weird, but otherwise a pretty bog standard. I mean, with no Grey Brothers and no JKR, I don't really have and no like C or Bane or anything. I don't really have much experience against Ahsoka, Nana Ezra. I don't imagine last slot matters too terribly here. We should mostly just think about what other teams may be interested in. But I can't imagine Jolie being missed. Generally not the highest impact here, but yeah. I mean, it'd be that or Hermione, but fuck it. You hear one about a Babash who can take out Stranger. Is that true? Yes. I have had mine posted on defense, so it's not a matchup that I have practiced after Maul came out, but it was winning before Maul came out. If we're gonna ever take this route, go stun first. Nah, as I said, I already kind of hate it because now we have two people that we would want to pass back to. She cannot come back to life. Boilerplate. The deed is done. Here's the crap. Yeah, thank you. I am, if it wasn't readily clear, I am fucking EMP scrap up by the current state of the meta. I do not feel in touch with the state of things. I just need to get cozy with it. Get used to the new ideas. Just the relative power. I mean, S25 isn't doing a favor in like trying to assess power levels. It's definitely also throwing a monkey wrench into things, but like again, it's like Saw not really postable on defense. But I don't like. Is he usable on offense? What do we use him against Great Mothers? Here, no. Here, no. Here, I assume no. Here, I don't know about here. I assume no. But DVDE would be. I mean, I'm very content to just rely on DTMG though. Is kind of the thing. Don't know. I'll have to simmer on that one. Like Saw here. If it's Ray, non-Ezra, maybe once the 25 goes. Both with Ezra? No, probably not. I mean, Gyocron exists now, but I don't. Like Gyocron will help you regen banners, but past that, I don't think it helps all that much. Is it ever Saw here? I mean, if the boy wants to get some usage. Perhaps it's not the worst idea. Tiger or support? Maybe support. And we're kind of just going for Morgan and then GM though, right? So do we really care about support? Perhaps we push the die button. And Gyocron better with Balin though? I don't see any reason to run it. Let's add Cheer to the mix. I don't think we're messing around with undersizing here. Who gets the prize? Wait, why do we have bonus protection? Am I being stupid? I don't remember why we have that. Alright. Thanks, I guess. Who got blessed? She got blessed. Did we just go for GM first? Who do we push the die button on? She does have defense down. This much is true. Historically, anytime that I've tried to go for GM first, that shit went catastrophically. If it wasn't JMK specifically. Perhaps it is you who must die. Hey, cheer it. You feeling fruity? That is a no. That is the knowest no I've ever seen. Good God. Okay, what is happening right now? I'm just going for great brothers. Fuck it. Like, they weren't getting stealth or anything, so I was just kind of biding my time, but we're just not critting them either? Why are we not critting? No critified. I don't remember a reason why we're not critting. They're just not in the mood, I suppose. Oh, Morgan death bonus. She, like, gives that critical avoidance per relic bonus, right? That's actually kind of hampering our damage output by, like, a pretty fat margin here. Maybe I should have done Morgan first, I guess. That helps. Not good banners. Dude, I like, this shit just feels like No Country for Old Men. I'm fuck, dude. Suddenly, I'm just like, is Saul Gerrera dead? Like, Cassian got revealed, and I was like, oh shit. We're gonna build 2, maybe even 3 Rebel Fire teams, and now I'm just like, Saul Gerrera is possibly just getting retired, and we're just going Cassian super team? Like, what is... I don't know. The vibes are fucked. How is Saul suddenly just god awful? I think like it might be a set 27 thing. Because set 25 didn't make Saw suck. Set 25 made Saw better. Just the new teams plus like Datacron is just causing enough teams to be on defensive presence that Saw is struggling, maybe? I mean, like, stuff like Wookiees. Well, I don't know if Saw beats Wookiees, actually. Zori is specialized. I don't know. And the same as, like, with QA, too. It's like, a defense just came out of the new set. It's like, okay. Is QA also just, like, dead now? Or at the very least, maybe she's gonna have to fall back onto, like, full-blown Cam plus, Yoda? It's fucking crazy. I don't know. Are we just doing this? Brain off. I feel like this might be regrettable, but I don't know. I mean, what else would it be? Wampa with Wampa Crowd would maybe do it, but that's not quite here yet. LV we're saving for backwall. SLK, I imagine we'll go on Ray Ezra. Is LV comfortable against Luminara, though? I don't know if that's true. Like, you can cut red, but Faust and Crew both counterattack, right? I don't know if there's really a way to stop your SLK squad from activating Luminara Crown. I mean, I assume Leia would be the normal response here. That's the other thing. Leia on defense stocks are so fucking down right now. Because again, the amount of teams has just pushed everything out that like Leia and her cutesy like haha, like it's not even like haha, you don't know how to fight me. Everyone's just like SLKing her because they just have an SLK for free because there's so many teams displaced. I don't, is Leia on defense just dead now? To me, Leia on defense was like always the final goal, and I didn't always have her on defense, but when she wasn't on defense, I was like, damn, we got to get her back on defense. And all of a sudden, it's just like, nope, that's kind of dog shit now. Nobody is falling for that shit. Like, a sign of the times, man. I mean, what else would possibly work here? QA sounds like a fucking nightmare. I guess the question is, what would I miss Seabane on elsewhere if it's not? If it's Ahsoka, or there's no Ahsoka Ezra. You ever just try like Wookiees against Ahsoka or some shit? Afra against Ahsoka? I don't know, man. I should be happy to have all these teams like sitting around. Like Afra and Saw are like my favorites on fight. So what does it feel like as? This is gonna be the question that I end up wrestling with this week, I guess. There's some emotional baggage I just have to work through, or some I don't know. I don't know what's happening. The vibes are bizarre. Bane is not immune to fear, right? I think we established that, so I guess we don't get a bonus turn. I have to imagine this would still be fun. I mean, we're fucking Seabane though. Do we care about draining his protection? That's always been good principle for Sea Mirror. But I mean, he's old charge, I suppose. Do we want to increase our cooldowns? I feel like if we increase our cooldowns, we get less ult charge. Yeah. I kind of enjoy getting ult charge. Pretty big fan in that respect. Like, that's the counterintuitive thing about the mirror is, like, Bane getting feared actually denies them ult charge. It puts us ahead in the race. That was always the goofy thing back in the day, playing shit like you try to be like, haha, I'm gonna make C plus Darth Revan together, and some of the strongest Sith in my collection. I'm gonna put them together on the team. It'll be sick. And you realize your Sith Eternal just gets fucking nowhere because all the fear spam is just not progressing our gameplay, and then you lose. It's just like, oh, okay, my bad. Well, perhaps I should have linked the tanks. I do get the cooldown increase, though. Playable, maybe? You fuck off. Wait, but I am without protection. But I have the Bane bonuses, I assume I'm fine. Yes. Decidedly so, but it's only 65. Sorry, 64. The blood price has been paid. Didn't people say that this shit is nice sisterable still? I don't know if I've ever tried it. Have I played it? See, they might have said it off the back of Datacron, and I have that shit posted with Inquisitors. I wonder if it would still be postable. Or still playable without the DACA insurance. That perhaps sounds spicier. I have not tried. Yeah, we did Malgus lead. Bane. Missed opportunity. Alright. Another tone setter. Did we just hop in? It is Bear's Visas, but a healer cron. Alright. A bit premature. I feel like desperately behind everyone else on prepping this show right now. I just do not have reps. I played it that one time and we just kind of picked it apart. Alright, so what's the actual thought here? That's a R10. That's a 4 R10 team? Why? That shit does nothing, brother. Alright. You do you, man. I don't think I want to do Oppo AoE just because giving them 5 bonus turns simultaneously still just feels bad. But I think I'm still correct, right? As long as that's Mark on Maul, there's no real way for us to stop Maul from taking a bonus turn off of Oppo going second. Maul gets a bonus turn. Like, DCT would have to resist it, but even then, my DCT, I assume, might go before Star Killer. But we need Star Killer to go first for that to actually work out. R10 Visas wine. The number 10 just makes it stronger. Do not question. Just consume. Wait, no. We have Datacron, so we can ignore taunts. Wait a fucking minute. Nah, but this Starkiller is still shit. Nah, yeah, we would have to sandbag DCT speed. Datacron would let us ignore the taunt, so we would not have to give Maul a bonus turn. Fuck it, I'm just hitting buttons. Time was kind of the essence for this matchup. Why is DCT going? What? Why is the turn order different? Oh, the man is debuffed now. Disarm does apply to true damage, as I learned a long time ago trying to do Ray versus Jabba. Undersize. Only two archetypes you understand are Starkiller and Maul. Starkiller is also dog shit. It does nothing. Maul I understand because you have to do it for the fucking event. Alright, we are headed back to familiar territory. Who do we actually want to hit here? Well, if he's that squishy. Let me put it this way. If you are like, man, I want to R-time my Starkiller so that he's harder to kill, get armor mods. What the fuck are you doing? The answer is right in front of you, doesn't cost fucking $200 or whatever. Or like 2 to 4 weeks of Coliseum. We are debuffed. Spicy. I think I'm dead. I'm probably dead. Well, I almost got a turn, but we were still a turn off. Is there any reason to submit this? Probably not. But also, we are pretty thrown to the wolves at this point, because I don't really have a plan B. I was curious on trying, like, EP, DVDE, plus, like, Treya Savage against this, but they are on defense. I have Treya that we could just, like, pick apart this. That may be the game-winning play. Why is that here? Oh, it was with Afra, but Afra's on Dolphins now. Huh. Wait, but that's not a Catacron. Wait, do I even have a Catacron for Afra at this point? I made the Kron for Great Mothers, but then figured, well, Afra's on offense, so I'll give Great Mothers the better one. But Okay, it's still a Catcron. Okay. Alright, back at it. I mean, red isn't doing much here. You, maybe? Don't hate it, don't love it. Cyan kind of helps. We don't want tank run. Do we want bulk or damage? I mean, support cron CD has to be better, right? Just kind of on basic fundamentals, I would think. 404 not found. Alright. And if we go this letter, we're going more Maul-centric. We're not going to have that much damage output. But it's not healer cron, so we won't have the damage reduction, so maybe it's okay. This only gives us CD up if it defeats, yeah. There's no reason to use it on cooldown, I think. I think I remember people saying that, like, isolate... I mean, before the character came out, they were saying that there's, like, an isolate handler. I assume isolate will just work. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we are now free to roam throughout the country. Cool. Hey, Savage, you feel like doing... Nope, you're fractured now. Alright. I will go fuck myself. Duly noted. Well, this is an interesting question. I mean... The revive's unpreventable, and I know that we have good damage access at the moment. It would be wise to play around it, in my opinion. Scion is Saigon. The problem is that's perfect defense. We are not punching through that on this move. Yeah, we just have minimal damage up at the moment. Talon, go back in your hidey hole, perhaps? She goes to stealth after doing damage, I believe, so doing it on Star Killer would get us hurt. Speaking of getting hurt, I don't know. I mean, we could have just nuked Stranger, then timed out or some shit. Maybe would have been more effective. What are you boys doing? Why is Visa's back? I looked at my cats for 1 second. Why is she back? I don't remember anything that would cause that. Stranger Revive. I barely remember them having that. Alright, this is mismanaged. Treya 2-shot with a timeout is the correct way to play here. I just need to pick Bad Batch up back on offense, dude. Bad Batch, or we try out the DVD Treya angle. Sounds kind of fun. But that might be overkill, but DTMG. I mean, we can try Gun Attacker. I am skeptical to say the least. But we did have results that one time. There's a Kenobi angle for non-healer conversions. I have zero experience with it. This is what I'm saying, man. This is the second Stranger team I ever fought, and the first time I just did, Boys, what the fuck? We just did, Treya into cleanup. I fought a 4-star Maul that the LV beat, but that wasn't really representative, I would say. I'm just gonna do this now. It's time to rip the band-aid off. I didn't have the heart, but I'm kind of over it. Yeah, I've heard from a variety of places that JMK works if it's not Healer Cron. Well, JMK failed against mine with Support Cron. Basically, JMK works, but only against the FTC. I mean, what's the angle then? Do you just race ults? So you can nuke freely? So I can't imagine you're terribly happy just wailing on Maul. Because Maul is also immune to instant defeat, I believe. But also, are you at the mercy of the taunt ignoring Fracture Basic? Like, if that shit just hits snips, I can't imagine that feels excellent. How are they modded? Some defense secondaries, but not really. You're still in awe that the $99 Balin FTC has the first assassin the in-game free-to-play Balin FTC. Don't worry if you see people buy that Balin FTC. It is literally pay to lose. Fear not. And also the Balin FTC I think is not that good. The only promise that the FTC has, like, any other matchup, I think you would majority of the time be happier with a bigger defense cron with like DSTM or that sort of thing, or health if it's like you're fighting Ray. I think the Bale and FTC might be trying to target Stranger. You get the taunt ignoring handcuff, you get the Bale and assist, and then Maul when he's at 60 stacks gets the fear. That might work. But yeah, see, for whatever fucking reason, CG is obsessed with printing Balin crowns with potency on it. It is actually insane. From the creators of Merrick Basic. Gives you... Alright, so what? I mean, I would potentially be down to just go, like, Xian opener. We assume that Nuke is off the table, because assumingly Nuke is off the table. Oh, wait, but is it Sacrifice? I fucking S27, dude. My bad for thinking that mechanics existed. What, so you just run Attacker Cron and just say fuck it? Just insta nuke? I mean, you have the healing immunity, but the bonus turns still kind of check how long that healing immunity actually lasts for. If we go for the Xian opener into turbo ults... Yeah, GK is indisposed. It's not really a solid plan B. This is only... Yeah. No GR Jedi stats. I mean... I don't hate it. I mean, there's a non-zero chance that Mace could get used today, and this is stupid, but... Given GK is often Raylands. It's either that or, like, I don't know if you're still modded. Nah, not really. You exist. We did get usage out of 5s, though. 5's not really for sale. Mace not trustworthy. And Wookie not for sale. It would be like Plo Koon, and Plo Koon is so fucking killable. I mean, yeah, Snipe Visas is what I did. I just let my guard down because I forgot Stranger had a revive. I mean, in theory, if we could just get the heal immunity on her, we can stop her from reviving, as long as she's not full health. Alright, which way is the wind blowing? Do we just do it? I really fucking like the Shane opener, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know if we're in danger of just, like, immediate turn order fuck up anyway. Worst case scenario, we could always just time out. Hang on. Stranger's going next and is about to stun. I don't know if it's Cat. It might be Cat. It is Snips. Duly noted. Yeah, this Snips assist kind of fucked me. We should have just done basic, maybe. Level 1 Alter Greed. Obviously, Greed is not really viable here, but it might give us the best outcome. Problem is we kind of need to put it on Ahsoka and hope she just doesn't get debuffed, so that way she can taunt ignore. You are not reviving, madam. Is this a timeout? It might be. I mean, they get revive as a reserves. Anything we take, we keep at this point, alright? This preload looks pretty okay, actually. Stranger being said this is not so hard to kill with Janky after all. That's fair, but I'm just trying to play for guaranteed attrition. It's the first time I tried this matchup. The Shien opener, kinda, it's a benefits, kinda didn't. My JMK is like pretty low budget on Maz. But I mean, they're gonna be going first if they want to, right? It's them plus 70 versus us plus 30. If they want to go first, they will go first. Padme weakest would be an optimization. Maybe, or I wonder if it's ever possible to have like tank weakest. I mean, Plo would not be too far off from that anyway. Holy fuck, man. Alright. I need to catch up on the Bad Batch stuff. I know other people have figured it out already, so they could just copy their homework. Banner wise, they are minus like what, 75, 73, 78? 75. This puts us on minus 50. Second team was DTMG. I don't really view DTMG as being for sale unless it turns out that Saw could be DP or like some team like that. Some of the team needs to step in and be on DV duty before I would ever feel comfortable trying that. We are in the lead, but it's all spotty from here. I'm gonna assume that reported success here is off the back of Datacron, and that this might just go fucking horribly. Man, if you didn't have creative audience, this would actually be kind of a fun Datacron. Hey, what's up, Taz? How'd it go, sir? Oh, dude, we are so far behind on time, I just realized. I don't know if I can clear. I think Stranger would have too much time. Alright. Where's it gonna hit shit then? I mean, he's got tenacity up for now, so be it. Not an ideal amount of damage to be taking, but it's not bounty under 300 level. That's better. Thank you for your cooperation. I guess I have to dispel Dengar's Dip at some point, huh? I can just revive exhaustion next. Return to us. Fuck off. Alright, you can go away. Thank you. Cheat it. I guess Talzin is coming back no matter what. I do not have a say in this matter. Lovely. Well, the Jabba is giving Dengar unresistible plague, so it's all kind of working out. Keep up the good work. I don't know if this works. I don't know if we can kill the Dangar from this state. Because he regens on resist, right? Not playable, I guess. I wonder what I'm doing differently that other people said it worked fine. Maybe they ran support cron? That could be. I'm not really a fan of running support cron, but that's maybe only a problem for support cron mirror. Like, maybe you don't mind running support here. Alright, that should more or less seal the match. Let's use violence. Wait, I was supposed to use the Wookie cron. You know what? Fuck it. No, we ball. What the fuck is a Wookie cron anyway? Sounds made up. This is the frenzy, but he's under, so let's just not do it yet. That's the one. I thought that button was the health up button. Apparently I am wrong. Alright, sir. You got any heat? What the fuck is a Wookie cron? Don't ask for permission. Fucking Spirit Bomb team over here. Actual Spirit Bomb. Alright, man. Y'all just enjoy. You earned it. Spend some time with this vein, I guess. Apparently health up is not real. I am pretty... Did we not go and upgrade his abilities last time? We 100% did. Where is the health up? It's fake. We made it up. Oh my god, we got health up. $65. All right. We're gonna put this into perspective a little bit. I got a red pill and a blue pill here. Blue pill. You can post your Wookie team on defense at Dinosaur. Red pill. You can kill Pirate King Hondo for 65 banners. It's a very difficult decision to make. Yeah, let's get a replay on that. What in God's name? The slightly less instant replay. Second time I'm not gonna fuck with the crop. We have what matters. Fucking Spirit Bomb team over here, man. It was right around here. Shut up. He missed on one person. We have R10. What do you mean you missed? Oh, you have accuracy down. So it's what, like, minus, Alright, dude. Yeah, sure. What the fuck are you? What a accuracy arrow 2 on top? Is that who you are as a man? Alright, man. If you insist. $770k non-crit, 1.7k. I will note, he killed OG Hondo non-crit. Like, the Hondo was immune to crits, of course, but he just did not care. If I can be the no fun allowed guy for a brief moment. The last time that we played this fight, I did notice, but didn't comment. There were times where we were getting feared and stuff like that. That Zalbar. So basically, Zalbar stacks his defense for one turn, right? That's where this bomb comes from. I think there were times where they just happened to not target my Zalbar. That, like, my Zalbar would get feared, would take a turn, skip his turn, and go back down. That I think would maybe hamper this. This was one that just weirdly, they just played along. Zalbar never got feared. It was chill. So it would line up. I don't know if that's reliable. I don't know if I would recommend this as like somebody's plan A. But yeah. That's the Wookie squad. You won't like them when they're angry. Oh, it's extremely fun. I enjoyed my stay. If anything, dude, I'm like, it's clear that I'm just gonna have to take some time and like, okay, this is a very hyper specific meta until you sit down and study it. This is just not going to work for you. So I've clearly got some work ahead of me. Some time that perhaps I'm not necessarily in a position to give. I mean, I can do it. I'll just give us some free time. It's fine. Not necessarily happy to give. Well, she took away all of Fulcrum's buffs right before Fulcrum was going to do the wavy hand thing. Oh wait, we did JTR Mind Tricks on Riva, which denied us from getting DI. That is perhaps not the optimal way to play the video game, one might say. Perhaps abysmal dog shit. Someone was very mad at me for not... Apparently, what, it's like this gives you a bonus turn if you have at least 20 stacks. So I went into the blah blah blah. If I misplay Malicos at any point, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm not a Malicos enjoyer. Or rather, I am a Malicos like this enjoyer. Not, you know what? I'm pretty sure the AoE is the correct choice. This is what I get for listening to comments. YouTube comments in a nutshell. Have you considered losing? Alright, we have free license, alright? Let's just hit some shit. Fuck doing the prescribed counters. Let's play fast. There's a few things we can hit. Afro versus Ray. I'm thinking about it. It's not a good matchup though. I don't think. Like the pre-foresight alone is already kind of ass. Like literally the entire team just repeatedly procs Luminara. Like you lose all of your shielding immediately, then you're just Afro. It's just ass. Baylor versus Ray is Healercron. We just lose. Once set 25 goes, we'll try it. Let's do QA. Set 25 just hard destroys any off meta. It's just non-negotiable. You can try. Lord knows I have. There's no GK for me to aim at. This is bullshit. Oh, I should have just put you in defense stance, man. I shouldn't have trusted. So right now I am trying to abuse Ezra to play around Luminarcron by denying all of her assists. Being okay. Cal has the sad thing. I don't like when Cal has the sad thing. Cal has the sad thing as we are decoyless. Pretty sure Ray has Whirlwind. Pretty sure we're about to get fucked. Hey, but Ezra's dead though. We are not getting fucked somehow? Oh no, she did Whirlwind once. Well... Time for me to lose all my shit. Luminara gotta go, right? Kindly please die. Kindly fuck off. Kindly fuck off twice. Thank you, Qui-Gon. I mean... You know. This Qui-Gon is fucking pissed, man. I forgot what Qui-Gon's fury could look like at times. This Qui-Gon is fucking over it. I'm with you, dude. Ah, that was a misplay. That should have been a mass on her, right? No, it should just give Qui-Gon the fucking wheel. What am I doing here? Shut the fuck up. Let him drive. Whew. Let's get weird, shall we? Ooh, though, this... this is not a good matchup for this. Well, if they don't torture Cad... Or if they don't torture Hondo, maybe. Well, they did not. I can confirm. Yep. Not what I would describe as an optimal matchup for them. Oh, that move cleanses. That's not good. If this was ever gonna work, which I still kind of doubt, we would probably just need to play like a more traditional Afra. The forearm assists were weirdly low damage, though. I'm not really sure why. Alright. What am I doing? What are you gonna do? True damage my generator? Situation A review answer? Yes. I also might play some Slay the Spire too. I don't think we do the AoE yet. Let's try to get the boss nasty boss out. I lied. Tarples was just sentenced to death, seemingly. Okay. One for the road. I didn't play Bounty Hunters. Do you see all those times that I got resisted? You know how many of those times that I would get resisted if you use the fucking bail at FDC? Thank you, CG. Yeah, that would be winnable. Is the FTC actually $100, by the way? There's no way. There's no shot. I did literally print a defense of the same set. If you're gonna print defense of the same set, you cannot skip on defense comparatively. Like, why? FTC's sprinkling 100 to 150 defense makes sense when it's unavailable. Doing it at the same time that's available, though, is like, why? Question mark? That QA fight was cool, man. Cool Wookie fight, cool QA fight. Obviously, I am hopelessly out of touch on all the very specific new matchups in this set. We'll get there. The game is insisting that I spend some time on it. This is the fuck deer, right? So we don't do buff, I assume. No blinds allowed. No offense down allowed. Alright. I don't know who's going on defense if it's not Bad Batch. I mean, should I just pull late? Like, dude, I don't. Fucking nothing makes sense anymore. Saw is like. Ray feels better just because of the Stranger psyop. But now Saw almost feels kind of like Ray did. I mean, we did kill GM today, but the banners were bad. I like this. I'm pretty sure this is correct. This is okay. This I feel ambivalent about. I mean, obviously I dropped twice, but the moment that I run correct teams, like, it's fine. Who gives a shit? This is probably correct. And Ruben, this is also probably correct, but fuck it. Who is actually postable right now? I don't know. This is just a JML magnet at this point. This is just going to get a magnet at this point. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out on my own time. The Galaxy of Heroes I know and was kind of waiting to come back, I think is officially just never going to happen at this point. I'm the fucking dog waiting outdoors in Family Guy. Alright. Focus Datacron at $199.99. I don't understand that price tag. That price tag feels like CG saying, "Look, asshole. If you really just insist on not playing Conquest, then sure, fuck. I guess we'll just sell it to you." All right. Stats. Main things to note. Armor Pen is in. Bad Batch will be happy. Mace will be happy if Mace gets used anywhere. I think Guggins kind of had okay numbers. Brutus is like a decent user. Really, anytime you see Armor Pen, just think Bad Batch 2. That's really what it boils down to. No squad is remotely as good of an Armor Pen user as Bad Batch is. Specifically when you run OG Omega. OG Omega is the one with the batshit insane Armor Pen value. If you don't run OG Omega, like Crosshair's Armor Pen isn't that good, so you're not. I mean, you still stack an okay amount, but it's not quite the same. Alright. Defense, it's in. I think defense is going to be the number one story this set. I think a lot of people are going to get distracted by a lot of other shit, by words. I think a lot of words are just going to bounce off of defense, is my personal feeling. And, like, if you really want to get down to it, hey, J-Cal is back. Okay. J-Cal is back. I understand. Stats. No protection. Look at the alignments. Light side. We have light side buffs equals 3% regen. Light side damage buffs on basic. Light side 25% chance to self-dispel. Light side special equals evasion up, health steal up, and health up. Light side allies gain 50% off of the 20 speed. So you're going to tell me you think JCal 9 is better for JML than, like, oh, I don't know, set 26 that gave us this? Here's the reroll the LSTM if you want LSTMs in this set, don't you worry. Or a set 27, which also has protection as a stat, plus LSTM or LS bulk, whichever you need. I think Kyle Katarn or the Jedi Cal shit just seems like absolute bait. It would have to it would only ever make sense in a context where you are interested in the defense specifically, and you're just looking for a knockdown drag out, right? That is the only way that makes sense to me. Kyle Katarn, to start a battle, Kyle Katarn gains Jedi Knight until the end of battle. Bonuses of Jedi Knight are also applied to mercenary allies. Whenever an enemy is inflicted with force influence, they are also inflicted with accuracy down. Blind and vulnerable. Whenever force influence expires, inflict them with doubt for 1 turn. Whenever Kyle attacks that turn, reduces cooldowns by 1. Okay. I don't think that shit matters much at all, to be honest. So let's pull up Kyle. Right. Well, okay, let's start here. Jedi Knight, as I recall, so Force Connection just gives you 2% defense and offense per stack. 10 stack is 50% defense and offense. So functionally, you put it in a mercenary team, you get 50% defense and offense. It's like kind of a pseudo wrecker passive. Okay. Do we care? As I recall, it's suspected that light side is mercenary and dark side is scoundrel. And mercenary, if we say it's a mercenary team, I'm just going to assume we're talking in the context of Balin, because there aren't really any other mercenary teams at the moment. There are teams that have mercenaries. I gotta splash together, but if we're talking mercenary team, I'm just going to assume people are talking about Kyle Katarn under Balin. So it's like, okay. And the other thing to note, this set has not very good light side stuff, but it has very good dark side stuff. Hey, look. Dark side team is here. Dark side tank revive is here. Dark side speed basic, D speed. I have plenty of respect for D speed at the point. It feels pretty decently solid as a tempo option. And then, yeah, whatever. Dark side Daystone equals regen. Crit equals 2% health regen. Oh, those are pretty crazy. But obviously these last two, very, very happy to choose from. But if you go a Mercenary Cron for your Balin squad, you are forfeiting the option to run D-Speed if you feel so inclined. Which Balin does tend to get a preload sometimes. It's not a guaranteed preload as another factor. And I do imagine that Balin, even though Balin already tends to go first, you would not mind going first even faster. Just because it gives you the opportunity to do things like lap or establish D-Speed early and get like a really nice speed delta going. Oh yeah, so on the topic of Kyle, the main way that I see value for Kyle first things first, it will help him regen banners. It's what, 50% health and protection? Yeah, Rebel Fighter allies recover 50% health and protection. I mean, this will also possibly make him nuke harder, for all I know. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about the whole they have to have Force influence to do double damage. And then, yeah, Jedi Knight makes the single target Force influence AoE. Force influence is it's kind of pseudo down, right? Like, it's always been pretty decent, but the thing you have to note, he has abysmal potency, and he gets helped in some respects by whatever team he's on. But that's still something you're going to need to supplement if that's something that you care about. And even then, you'll also have to work your way back to actually try to get the nuke off. Or maybe you just let it rip the first time and hope that it's, a decent enough beat. I think Kyle Katarn, if it's going to matter anywhere, I mean, we do still also have crit damage in this set. Yeah, like Kyle Katarn for Saul Luthen will help round things off a little bit. Well, like the fight we did today, right? If we have the Kyle 9, that's probably a 65. You would think. So I need to remember the whole Morgan Death CA. That was actually super impactful today. So yeah, Kyle 9, I don't think it's like drop everything and get it ASAP, but it's definitely going to be nice to have. It will help me. I mean, hell, even the vulnerable is in conversation today, right? But yeah, just make sure you have to remember build up your potency. I don't remember, like Mountain Mothma obviously has the potency share. I don't remember what I don't think Saw has some B potency gains. Yeah. Luthen, I don't remember. The commander gave tenacity, as I recall, but I don't know if it gave potency. It did not. Yeah, so you're Kyle, if you are using Kyle with Saw, and you are interested in cashing in those effects, and those effects seem pretty decent to cash in for some matchups, you gotta bring the potency. It can only come from you. If you're running like Captain Rex, then you'll have tenacity down, so like that's a consideration. depending on if Rex is available to you. But also, you won't always have that available, right? And like Kyle Katarn goes first a lot of the time, so it might be a decent feeling choice to just have him self-sufficient. Depends. Alright. Dash critically hits. Stacks up his damage. Obviously, his AoE. I mean, this gets you what? 9? Well, no, it's 15, right? Well, 9 if it's 3v3, 15 if 5v5. It's like he can stack this decently fast, but Dash is just not really commonly used. Outside of like, you know, I'm sure Dash, Hondo, Han in 3v3 sometimes still gets matchups. But they'll also kind of slow the stacking this a little bit. I don't know. I don't think it's really that much of a priority. Veteran Han, whenever he stuns, he gains stacking damage and speed. Pass. J-Cal, again, unless we're okay with not running any protection cron for a JML. It's like, what is this for exactly? Vayne, whatever Vayne stacks, gains a stack of profit, gain 20% max health, stacking max 300% until the end. Whenever a pirate ally uses a special, Vayne assists, dealing 35% bonus true damage based on his max health. While Vayne is taunting, if another pirate ally receives damage, Vayne gains 2% off some base off his max health until the end of his turn. This feels like CG messaging about the defense cap and just saying, like, look, you fucks. Just get off of defense. Like, it's gonna be okay a lot of the time. Just build them for hell for a while. It's like, alright. I still kind of feel ambivalent about it, because, like, I mean, look, man, you know, the Vayne takes his turn, the defense falls off or whatever. He doesn't necessarily always have bulwark. Sometimes he gets armor shredded. It's a weird, like, the weird state of tanks right now is how readily access some of them have to just spiking their armor to, like, just obscene values. But then in the same vein, also, like, you can't always count on it being there, so it's like, am I supposed to greed on the windows where I have it, or am I supposed to cover for the windows where I don't? Is a weird balancing act. Also, I should probably tag it out. We're talking about it. I might as well put it in the original announcement, but I was frazzled trying to figure out what the fuck to do this season. Or what to do today, but also this season. Vayne full defense. I mean, the motherfucker is already going to be, like, at defense cap with it. Like, it's... That is also... This is the first time that I think we've had defense in the Datacron set ever since the defense cap kind of entered the consciousness, I think. That is also going to be weird to square away. I think a lot of modding could change based on sitting with that and planning around that. I mean, a lot of teams' cases, we're literally talking, like, both the defense calculator versus base defense, and, like, plan for, okay, this character will just move over to health sets for now, and blah, blah, blah. And also, the thing to keep in mind is, because it's team-wide, it's not just, like, your tank might go to defense cap immediately. Your squishy characters easily might not, though. So, yeah, I think it's going to create some really weird mod strains, though. Oh, there's the crowd that covers for your lack of defense mods. With the cap, yeah. I still kind of wish a cap didn't exist. Like, obviously, DR caps exist in a lot of games, but, I just wish it was, like, you know, there's also a lot of games that just feature, like, soft caps, where it's like, you can go past 90 if you really want, but it's like, it is barely going to move the needle. Like, for perverts only is the idea of a soft cap in a lot of games. So, I don't know. Do I kind of wish that defense cap was a soft cap? Yeah. It's also probably kind of healthy, though, that, it does create a market for health mods again in a way that I think is kind of seems healthy, right? That defense isn't just the be-all, end-all. I do wish health sets just gave more, though. Like, it feels bad that you're like, all right, I'm going from 75% defense, but I don't need the defense in this one. So we're going back to health sets. What do we get? 30% health. Woo! Yippee! 30%. Skin protection says that would be dope. I would like to see that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it obviously the Vein 9 sounds decent, but I don't know. Okay, what this does is this allows Hondo to take a more aggressive stance without actually having to sacrifice on team slots, right? Like, the amount of true damage he could be doing could place more pressure on, for example, Bad Batch or Wookiees being a good example, right? Wrecker is not enthusiastic about taking large sums of true damage, and neither, I would imagine, is Tarful. Yeah, that shit might not be great. That shit might feel real bad to deal with. I guess whatever pirate ally uses special ability. Okay, no, okay. I think this actually might be pretty good. This will at least seriously fuck with a lot of off meta. This will force off meta to control him, I suspect. And even then, like, if your control plan isn't like a locked SLK poke or some shit like that, I mean, dude, you know, Hondo hits his double mass assist cleanse. Like, fucking, you are just on the hook for effectively 105% of Vein true damage, and that's before the 75% TM, like, turn cascade. Yeah, it might be just be put SLK in the bag moment. I was gonna start out by saying that, like, you know, a tanky Vein historically hasn't actually changed that much, but the point isn't the tanky Vein. I think the point is the aggro. I mean, the team also does have issues with cleansing debuffs that, like, I mean, you could try, like, Bad Batch with Echo or something like that, but I don't know if that's necessarily the realest statement I've ever made. Yeah, this, I will be curious to see how this plays out. I'm also curious on, like, you know, does Handokron go for health stack then? Health stats? Maybe you get some armor pen too, or like maybe you're looking for either or, and however it rolls, you're kind of content with it. I would kind of imagine health though, right? You are cashing this in pretty rapidly. Krsan lose taunt, remove 50%, been around before, didn't really make a splash. Zalbar, whatever another ally recovers protection, gains foresight. I mean, I think no. I mean, it's actually kind of counterintuitive, right? Zalbar kind of wants to be hit. The only way that this would ever make sense is if this was stopping some sort of hit that Zalbar specifically wasn't qualified to take. And that is hyper specific territory at that point. Because a lot of the time, if we're talking like I mean, we'll talk about what happened today. Brutus did massive damage to him. I'm going to assume Brutus' massive damage isn't stopped by a foresight, right? So, like, that is a thing that we would maybe like to be able to stop at some point, but A, the foresight wouldn't have lasted before that hit came in. B, I don't think foresight would have prevented it anyway, so that shit just doesn't work. Embo. At the start of battle, 90% of Embo's health is converted to protection. If Embo has protection at the start of a turn, he can't be defeated that turn. Someone said this was anti-Night Sister. I don't know if I actually agree. Night Sisters can do damage, right? Like, Night Sisters can do damage. It's really just a question of, like, how hard or how annoying is it going to be to get to a Saj Omicron and, you know, give him a little bit of that business, give him, like, some defense reductions or health. Well, it is health pool, right? It's not protection pool. So the health pool reductions won't really matter. It would be extreme. Oh, wait. Is it possible? Wait, but Okay. When your health pool gets reduced that low, like if you've ever used Gungans and they got inflicted with health down, you know what I'm talking about? When you already remove the majority of your health pool, like Asajj Omicron, like lowering health pool might cause some really funny stuff, but if you actually set him to 1 health, I don't know if he would actually die to 1 plague infliction. Well, no, he wouldn't because he would still have protection. Yeah, Asajj Omicron recovers her own team's protection, but it reduces enemy max health. So it'd really just be for the defense shred. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I would be curious at least to try Nisus this year, right? All right, boss mechanics. Whenever an enemy is stunned, boss takes a bonus turn. Thano. Whenever Thano gains foresight, they also gain 20% TM and protection up. All right, so boss is like. I mean, you can imagine abuse cases like R lead, or doesn't even have to be R lead, but like R basic. I know stuns. There will be other examples like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an immediate priority for me over like getting defense crons, but I would not be shocked for someone to be like, "Yep, I solved for it. This hit somewhere." I mean, obviously, any DC with bonus turns creates opportunity. This just has a little bit more of a puzzle to build behind it for chaining stuns. Thought Force they also gain 20% TM. When you start with Force, right? So this is effectively preload. I mean, it could be cute for like certain anti-assist shit, I guess. We're just trying to go for like an immediate one shot. Yeah, I'm not like blown away by it. It's alright. The 6. It's really down at the bottom here. Whenever Mercenary allies use a special during their turn, unresistible stun could only hit in some spots. So any counter all Mercenary allies have 100% death pen. Whenever Mercenary ally attacks at a turn, they attack again, dealing 5% more damage for each attack of Soldier of Fortune. Whenever an enemy attacks a Mercenary ally at a turn, expose the enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. So this is like kind of the old attacker cron, right? Like we've had these around plenty before. They're always plenty decent. It'll be a fine option. Like I imagine we'll just have one of these for each, and like obviously not every matchup cares about stun. It was default. Like this is the vanilla default, and this is the opportunistic. Heal, steal, whatever. Mercenary enemy can't be revived is redundant. So Balin already does that. I don't know if that's only in the GAC Macron that's like targeting TW or something, but yeah. Mercenary allies damage all enemies with ability they grant tenacity for 2 turns to all allies is whatever to me. Scoundrel. Whenever Scoundrel allies stun an enemy, they gain speed up and offset for 2 turns and inflict exposed for 2 turns of the other turn, which can't be evaded. Whenever Scoundrel allies inflict a debuff on enemy to their turn, 10% amp ag. Scoundrel allies crit during enemy turn, gain 2% off on stack for 2 turns, whatever. I debuff on enemy Spire, Scoundrel allies gain 2% TM. I mean, that was used back in the day, but it was a very different game back then. Enemy Scoundrel allies use the basic on their turn, reset their cooldowns. That was also used back in the day. I mean, these are classics, but these are like harkening back to like set 4, set 8, I feel like. I mean, what's a Scoundrel character table? Just a refresh. Like the Scoundrel basic reset, I imagine will be quite good for the new bounty hunters. But past that, what? It was kind of decent on Afra, right? It gives Afra like a little bit more tempo in the early game that you can. I mean, in Afra's case, like we could just do finger points, first drain, a basic second drain. It's like not a bad thing to be doing. Gives you a little bit more tempo. Zori basic. wasn't bad for that, but Zori's already kind of niche. It's just opportunistic for, like, say, you posted Wookiees type beat. Maz is kind of a similar situation to Afra. Similar play pattern, similar benefits, kind of similar turn order. Bausch vaguely benefits. Hondo is not shabby for him. Yeah, it's decent utility. Probably worth grabbing for at least a couple of teams. But yeah, do you see it? Do we? I don't think we have them in game. Technically, like they're in game, but they're not readily accessible. All right, Omicron is back. As far as I can tell, I didn't. As far as the skins, I didn't like compare word for word, but it looks to be largely the same. I do, again, like the game just feels fundamentally different now. I do wonder how much reach Wampa will actually have. The game is just very different at the moment. Like, this actually, in a weird way, might end up being a flex from CG. She's like, haha, Wampacron's back. Check it out, guys. It's Wampacron. But in reality, what they're kind of trying to emphasize is, and Wampacron is outclassed now. Oh, look at that. Teams can't, Wampa can't get in. Oh, no. We'll see. I mean, obviously, it was a quite strong Datacron, but I will be curious. There is I would say a 20% chance of that Wampacron will actually kind of get shut down. All right, Sithcron, I have some feelings about. Scion 3, whenever Darkseid uses the ability to deal more damage equal to half their tenacity. Don't talk to me. Treya, the first time Treya is defeated, there's at least one other active ally, revive all other defeated allies, and all other allies recover 100% health and protection, gain 100% TM and 100% offense. This sucks. The Sith Triumvirate team tends to crumble hardcore the moment Treya dies because you lose the auto cleanse. Like, the only way, like, if you eat a bad Annihilate at the same time that you kill Treya, then they can maybe slug it out past that point. But, like, okay. So we see, like, Revive with 100% team and 100% offense. So I would maybe think, like, okay, maybe a Talon reverse sweep, right? Like, go for a big Talon AoE, kind of shut down the fight. The problem is, the stats for the set. All defensive. 0 offensive stats here. So it's just a nothing burger. So the Treya 6 to me is also extremely unlikely to ever be good. Then we arrive at the Darth Nihilus 9. Your Darth Nihilus is in the leader slot. Whenever Nihilus inflicts a stack of dot, he stacks health. Sure, whatever. The man already gets insane health most of the time. Whenever Nihilus gains TM, both Darkseid and Dark Treya gain Terminator as well. I don't hate this. This is a good change. At start of encounter, all Sith allies gain 200% activation. They are immune to % health damage. Also good change, right? This has been the number one thing. I will point out, though, Sith allies are immune to healing effects that aren't health stealing, can't score critical hits. Hey, yeah. So, Savage can't heal himself. Treya and Savage stacking up your crit damage, you can't cash that in. There's no sort of, like, there is no crit damage to offense conversion going on here. You just don't get it. So I'm like, that's one problem. And then another problem is if you're wanting to post this on defense, if you're feeling yourself, you're like, ooh, Sith Crown. I got my Sith Crown. Fuck yeah, let's go. Whatever Nihilus reduces cooldown of Annihilator, Drain Force, reduce cooldowns for Dark Trey and Dark Scion by 1. Sounds decent on paper, right? The problem is, Treya does Isolate first. If your Treya is constantly cycling her cooldowns, your Treya never actually gets to do her big hit. She will just keep isolating. And to be like, of course, there are matchups where like, if I'm doing Zori against Treya and she does like well placed isolate, that is just game over. But once you're at that point, you don't need her to keep fucking isolating, right? You don't need to keep rolling the slot machine. You want her to go fucking murder people. She gets insane offense gains with her unique. Her nuke does so fucking well. That's why I've always had her on damage mods for the last like few years, right? And this basically just shuts that down. Where unless she just happens to, right, your Nihilus would have to get stuck on basic for 2 turns. Is more or less what this means. So it's such a weird. It's weird, right? Like this on paper could be so sick. Like immune to % health damage is like okay, they're actually trying to give Nihilus Lead a decent stab. But then this is just like okay, so this is basic. This to me just reads as offense only, more or less. Like it helps Scion get the Hell by Hatred, which can be certainly annoying at times depending on the matchup. But it kind of in a weird way ends up fucking Treya on defense in my mind. Your best shot is like, yeah, if Nihilus just wasn't lapping Treya enough, like, you know, if you're just doing like Treya isolate into Treya big hit into Treya isolate into Treya big hit, you wouldn't be too sad, right? That would be okay. But yeah, I am skeptical to say the least. The clone one, 70% potency, 70% tenacity, 40% offense, 50% crit chance. The stats are bad. Cody, whenever Cody's in the lead slot and allies are a clone trooper, they gain advantage, 100% CD and defensively on the battle. When a clone trooper ally critically is an enemy, that ally gains 50% offense at the end of battle. The fact that this is requiring 5 clones is so fucking tragic. Because my immediate thought is, okay, this team kind of lacks tempo. Shakti would let you try to wrestle tempo back, right? Like, Shakti is so fun, like, literally what she was made for. And she, you know, there were, in TW, there was like a while where shock clones got value. Shock clones just never really got a major time in the sun, right? It always felt like she was kind of 3rd or 4th wheel. And so this would have been like such an easy opportunity for her, but no, it's clone trooper only. Whenever light side clone trooper ally uses the ability to call a random light side clone trooper ally to assist, dealing 100% more damage than allies, recover 10% health. You know, Rex, whenever you inflict a debuff, there's a 50% chance to dispel all buffs on that enemy. Cool, I guess. Again, stats are bad. Cakes has 30 plus 30 speed for each clone trooper ally. The first time a clone trooper ally is defeated, they are revived with 100% of the protection. Clone trooper allies revive like this. Gain 3 stacks of endure for 3 turns. Whenever Kix uses any ability, all clone trooper allies recover 10% health protection. Kix uses emerging med pack. All clone trooper allies get 25% defensibility in any counter. I think this Kron's bad. I think this Kron's a skip. The stats are bad. The effects are bad. The team is low tempo. I think it's a major miss. That shit is bait. Balin. Band's close leader on allies and mercenaries. Whenever mercenary allies gain Soldier of Fortune, they gain 2% offense as Death Pen, stacking max 150. Mercenary allies ignore taunt if they have Soldier of Fortune. This is more or less a return of the Mercenary 6 from when Balin Kron, Bespoke Kron was around. It's alright. You're not sad to have it, but it's not really a major effect. Whenever Mercenary ally uses the ability during their turn, call Balin to assist. Whenever Balin uses the ability while having taunt, dispel buffs on the target enemy. I mean, Balin, I believe, does some debuffs that is trying to, well, normally, I would tell you, hey, I believe when Balin uses his basic attack, he tries to inflict a debuff of some sort. I forget where it was. I think it was like Well, it was somewhere around here. Or no, it's because whenever Balin taunts, he inflicts all enemies with a down, right? Otherwise, if it's his turn, he does blah blah blah. Otherwise, he taunts. Yeah, so like every time he basics, he is trying to taunt. So on paper, you'd be like, okay. So Balin does this sound good, right? Well, his base potency is 62. Depending on which Datacron you have, you either get 80% potency or fucking 100% potency. CG does not want you to do the thing that the squad is good at, to do the good thing. Like, what are we doing? Why? The team's entire identity is built off of get resisted, get money, get paid. And they say no more. Plus 100% potency. Okay. Alright. The Balin assisting may be in conversation if the team is going to try to counter Stranger Maul. Basically, the idea is Balin has his anti-fear clause, and Maul fears when he gets to 60 stacks. So it's entirely possible that if we can just get Maul to 60 stacks, maybe we could just cheat out of the win that way, right? Where fear, get Maul to 60 stacks, Maul stacks when taking damage, so we have Balin assist, and as we're about to see that Shin has assist, like that could maybe be an angle. Dengar, it's just Dengar out. Shin, whenever another ally uses an ability in their turn, Shin assists dealing 50% more damage. Merrick. Whenever Merrick inflicts a debuff, they recover 25% bulk. You know, not great, not terrible. Hondo basic, the return of Hondo, quite good. Very, very hard to pass up on this shit. I do also kind of wonder if, like, Pirate King Hondo ever tries to hijack this shit. I would assume Vayne will be a more, at least, interesting addition. Like, certainly, Pirate King Hondo was better with the Hondo 9 around the two bully teams, but yeah, I mean, splashing that shit in Hondo would definitely be an option. At minimum. Are there two versions of the SECs in .gg? Similarly, there was just an old version and a new version, and they just forgot to update one of them. Or I don't know. Ask Meathead. Yeah. I mean, for the purpose of fighting Stranger, this Cron is decent. I think a lot of the time, I would prefer to just have a high roll defense Cron or a high roll dark side bulk plus health Cron, or there's a variety of other choices that sound pretty appealing to me that don't require an FTC cost. But I imagine a lot of people are going to get swept up by this. I assume my guild will require me to farm it, so I am sure I will end up getting it. And I will try to be Stranger with it. I don't think it's a slam dunk. I think the big game sounds fuzzy, but the tools at least kind of help in the early game, right? The Dengar Doubt stops Stranger from getting his 100% TM on initial first hit. It doesn't help the bonus turns, of course, but you know, we'll see. Worth trying out at least. Maul. I wonder if we could ever just like splash someone like GK just to try to feed him 20 stacks just to get to the win condition sooner. Oh, it's 50 stacks, not 60. Whenever Maul takes damage, he gains 3 stacks of Edge of Madness. So, every time Shin and Balin assist, that's 6 stacks. I mean, yeah, I wonder if like Balin GK is ever a thing here. Some sort of Kenobi to try to just get him off the ground. So that you only have to do what? Effectively like 5 or 6 moves plus assists to get him to 50. It's plausible. We'll see. There's also the question of, like, how are you actually killing them? Right? I can theory craft for LV because the answer is simply, okay, if you get to where you're trying to get, you can do 1,000,000 true damage, and it's easy to understand how you win from there. This, perhaps less so. So yeah, in my mind, the set is I think it's very defense centric in my opinion. Honestly, on reread, I think Vayne 9 might actually be the highest impact thing. That, I mean, depending, right? It's really just a question of, and like, if you don't run OG Honda, the team has less cleansing potential to keep Vayne clean. But yeah, if Vayne just gets to play the video game, like, fuck, I mean, maybe it even ends up with parking Honda on offense, and you just use that to just blow some shit up. Yeah, I bet that will feel pretty good to use. For pretty good reason. Alright. Yeah, overall, I think it's just going to be... I'm mostly just going to be focused on farming defense. Maybe some side grabs. Should I mess around with Slay the Spire for a little bit? If it will actually show up. Nope. At last. No, access music is not done yet. More cars, monsters, and other content will be added, but we also need to fix stuff and make sure it's balanced, blah, blah, blah. F2 for feedback. Alright, so I've never actually played that much of Slay the Spire 1. I played a bunch of games that it inspired. So, in a weird way, I don't actually know how much my tastes align with classic Slay the Spire, or whatever they got going in this game, so we'll just try shit out. Play a single run to unlock this character. Okay, so you just bounce one by one. Ironclad is just like a basic warrior, right? As I recall. You whack stuff, you block. Alright, so fire is rests. Enemy elite, I assume the elites give better bonuses. Merchant, we don't have that much gold. I don't know if visiting a shop here is actually worthwhile if we get enough money yet. Unknown. We'll kind of limit our options. We are down here, I guess. Alright. fast mode. Do I get to set speed? Oh, yeah, what about hotkeys? Oh, wasn't that a mod for the original game? Does this game still not have hotkeys? Uh-oh. No, unfortunate. Alright, so be it. Always seemed weird to me that it tells you what it's going to do. Actually, I have what, 3 mana on? We'll just take 50% more. Oh wait, it does have hotkeys. Alright, that works. This should be game block. Unless we have some way to heal that I haven't seen yet. That does not seem ideal. That's above rate of the vanilla cards? Fight, event, elite. There's a real way to cash out. Gives me 2 status cards. I mean, it's card efficient, but I don't know if card efficiency really matters in this game. There's no way we can kill this without taking damage, right? So we just... Does block go between turns? No, it does not. E is end turn. That is not card efficient. I mean, 0 mana deal 6. Copy into your discard pile. That's supposed to be a downside? It's got a pommel strike sort of deal. I deal 30% less. Well, I don't feel like I deal much less. Enemy is vulnerable hits twice. Does that sound bad? Yeah, so exhaust is like obliterated. Game 5 D5, basic tempo. When it's above rate, but pretty vanilla. Are we healing between fights? It looks like we are. No. what is red dot? Gain mana? Is that max mana? Current mana? I don't really need the heal, but I wouldn't mind an upgrade. Okay, so possibly +4 damage. Yeah, Slay the Spire upgrades seem very vanilla. It's like almost all just raw number gain. More time mystery, so I assume that's weak to like flat damage reduction, but we don't really have that. And we have no option to defend, so in for penny. Command at the start of each turn. Weird. Okay, bludgeon 3-minute deal 32 is like pretty above, right? Upgrade is +10 damage as well. I mean, that would work pretty well with vulnerable 50% damage increase, right? It would make the most per stack. I mean, this is effectively bang 2 mana and just try to get it back over time. This might just be a skip. I don't know. Problem is our energy kind of is just so bad that it's like we would have to vulnerable in one turn and then draw bludgeon next. I could try, but I think it's bait. I don't think we have any way. Maybe doing him first actually might not have been ideal because we have no way to. Like, we could do strike, strike, block if it was on the 12. He seems to be the biggest hitter. I'm taking a lot of chip, I feel like. No healing. And block plus draw one. Problem is, again, our energy econ is so low that like drawing doesn't even sound that good because we're not even using our full hand as is anyway. I mean, draw would just help you look for specific cards, but I don't know that we're really on that basis. Cost once for each deck play this turn. That's not bad actually. Problems for later, man. For an elite encounter, that did shockingly little. Draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. I mean, Flamebearer is not bad, but I'm not really looking for damage reflect exactly. I'm just looking for more mitigation. Or maybe just maybe not terrible, but that's like you would want to thin your deck down, run a bunch of copies of it, type beat. Okay, so the only shops left at this point have to be on the right lane. Hey, Momi. No, 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 no. See, that's not shabby. Do I need a rest? I have no idea what to expect in terms of like chip damage on the first boss. Two fights here versus a merchant plus events plus fight. How does he foolish? Wait, how much is gonna block for him? One times 8. But why? I really need to start cutting cards more than adding more shit. Mommy. Yes. I won't lie. The character is pretty basic, but I know. I mean, what's how we can live? So I suppose we should be using this shit constantly then. Five AoE times mana, sacrifice 3 health for 2 mana. Combo deck ish. Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of assaults the game has. There's also, I know it has co-op, so like that also helps. I mean, fundamentally, best case scenario is like a 15 AoE. Alright, can you cut? We got money. So it only blocks on first turn. We don't have the mana for a lot of the time. Like, we'd have to drop 2 free cards to be able to play that per turn. We don't have that sort of deck. What are you doing, boy? These are just potions. Mommy. Look. Come here. Coming out. Nope. He just wants to play the screen. You guys want to watch? Play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. That's chaotic. These two together sounds kind of fun. Perfected Strike, deal 2 additional damage. No. I know. You don't like to be held. But what are you... What's the goal? Dude? What's the hope? What did you just do? Alright. Go to sleep. What did you just buy? Like a Perfected Strike. I mean, it's not that bad for us. And what do we cut? Bludgeon is just so clunky for us right now. It's just... I mean, again, it's mana efficient. It's 1 card, spend all your mana to deal above rate. It's just weird. Stomp feels good. Stomp feels correct. Am I removing the card that just got bought? For all your cards containing strike, but is that in hand? Is that in deck lists? Because, I mean, 10, 12. So 2 mana deal 18, that's not bad. What is a skill? What is this? I don't know. It feels weird to say, but like, the shop is not really giving me any sort of impression of good shit. Your shop is sauceless, sir. That's spicy. Also not a bad option. I think that just gives more immediate value. Although that would stack up real quick. Mommy. I know, man. I know. Oh, it has a fucking 9 stacks of slippery to start. Lovely. What are you doing? Why am I under attack? Three more hits. Goofy position to be in, because this is not a strike, so this can't be made for in. Stop flicking my feet, man. What are you doing? You just want attention? Mommy. I know, bud. He's just buffing. Just hit him really hard. He's dealing 9 to us. We do 33 to him. We finesse. I feel like we're behind on damage. Can we not? I think I'm just getting cooked. That seems like it's just a slugfest. That seems like it's just a race. The wounds should begin shortly. Oh, yeah. Can we not? Uh-huh. How fucked am I? Also, I did not remember to use potions at all. All attacks into giant rock. What made it deal 16? That's not shabby. Odd to be sure. Flattens out the curve, makes it very mana efficient. It's just 3 mana deal 48. It would actually make it a lot easier to do the if you empty your hand, deal 20 artifact that we could have bought. Because all you have to do is draw one of the free attacks and this. Do the free attack first, hit this, transform everything into 1-cost rocks, then you dump hand that way. I don't know if I trust that though, because we are getting some cards that are above 16 for 1 mana. I don't know if this is the play either though. For 3 mana? For 3 mana? What's... I don't know, man. Cost 0 and gain eternal. So you lock in all the vanilla strikes as uncuttable, but they're free. Suddenly that artifact would have been a lot better, unfortunately. I don't know if the game just expected me to buy that on speculation that we could make it make sense later. So you turn, spend 5 gold to gain a energy. That... Look, man, so far I don't feel like my gold is actually going all that far. It's also kind of a speedrunner thing, because it's you don't want Vice to drag on. You want to minimize my gold spent. I mean, what? It's like 20 to 35 golds lost per fight potentially. I'm gonna try it. It's more my speed. Okay, so only one shop appears possible no matter what road you take. If we go this route, we can get a lead, but we do not get a shop, period. You're just doing 17 off rip. Oh shit, we have 4 mana. Oh, look at that. Receives 50% less damage from attacks, deal attack, damage 5 times to stun it. It had stolen a card, apparently. Gain 3 strength and regains 1 strength. It's pre-upgraded. Pummel Strike. The Pummel Strikes were usually free. I know the draw 1's associated with it. Or am I thinking the upgrade? Probably. Nope. Oh, it's draw 2, but it still costs 1. Okay. We wouldn't mind getting some better block cards if an old block is not blocking for as much as we're taking. I assume I'm supposed to be remembering this stuff exists. I assure you, I am not. When enemy dies, gain energy and draw 1 card. That is quite impressive for some fights. 30 should come with an additional energy. Interesting. Better options this time around. If I damage twice, so obviously double it is looking for like strike stack to maximize. I mean, this is impressive unless you end up in a situation where you're just 1v1ing something that just has, it's just like a single enemy with a lot of health. I'll go this route. If we get a second one of these, we are like approaching the point where we need to start getting more card draw. Yeah, 5 block, not really cutting it. But this search seems pretty alright. Damage deals 3 damage for each exhaust. We're not really doing that. Not the best first hand. Oh wait, I wonder if the roar would have stacked. I actually could have just double cast it, maybe. X can't cast at 0, right? Yeah. I mean, rock no jutsu. That's a potion? I have to imagine that's better than this. It is better, to be sure. Is there a reason to play? It says 2 deal 31, so I assume we might as well. Because upon taking turns or losing HP 3 times. Okay. Okay. I'm Omi Boy. No way to finish. I mean, it would benefit us to get a bunch of draw. Hang on, Wookie. Interesting. I forgot I had the kill relic. Look at it played the better. The attacker gains energy the first time that I attack him. Okay. Sounds good to me. What is blocking anyway? He is still vulnerable. Oh, I thought vulnerable was consumed every time you hit it. That is a different game. What are you doing? Discard any number of cards and then draw them when you. Why? Do I even want to claim that? What is the point? I mean, it's discard synergy, but we don't have any discard centric cards, so it's just kind of to what end? Okay, that's synergy. We would like that. Okay, so we have the combo, but we can't really combo out on these guys, I guess. Is what it's trying to convey. Yeah, we don't really have any good answers at the whole exoskeleton thing. At least not at this hand. We are going to get hit pretty hard. Perish. Well, that sounds lovely. That also sounds lovely. Oh, this sounds lovely. Before minutes, you'll Swedish energy vulnerable on the enemy. We are vaguely in the direction, but we don't have nearly enough vulnerable gen for that to make sense. Whenever this enemy is hit, add 1 daze to your draw pile. What, so you have to just... You get punished for multi-hitting? Which is kind of what we do, so I just get punished for doing what I do. Bludgeon is kind of in the spirit of the encounter the most. It would have been real lovely if he would have died there. Okay, so this is strength this turn. This is just permanent strength, so that explains why it's so low. I see. I really need to remember that potions exist. Huh? I don't know if duplicating anger is a smart idea. That might start to break draws. Good curve. Oh. Lovely. Do I need to play this on the off chance that we don't draw enough damage next turn and also don't find one? I think I do. Which is exactly what happened. I would have died. Lose 1 HP and gain a block. Blocks not rooted to start your turn. That sounds... But that's a power. That's literally just skip your turn to establish that rule set. That's such a tempo loss. Mo, what the fuck are you? Alright, the boys are losing their shit. I am fighting for my fucking life here. I'm going to go humor them. It seems more interesting than Slay the Spire 1, but I mean, it's also the most vanilla class. So my expectations are too high. I'll be curious to see it in co-op as well. I mean, I definitely kind of prefer the saucier games in the genre now. Slay Spire was kind of the OG classic. I'll give it a fairer stab that maybe I gave one. We'll see. Anyway, good fights today. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoyed that QA fight. I enjoyed that Wookie fight. It's cool shit. I did not think either would win, genuinely. So, glad I pulled that out. Anyway, later.